So I've just arrived in the woods out in the Laurentides for one solo night of car camping. Here it is. I'm actually going to be sleeping in my car, so I'm not setting up a tent. I did a bit of solo camping in the woods last fall. It's a little rainy. Last fall. I'm going to go where there's a bit more cover. I did that camping last year in less regulated areas. That there was actually some campsites there, but it might not have exactly been legal what I was doing, but it wasn't exactly illegal as far as I could tell either. I couldn't really reserve them online. It's part of the provincial park system within the nature reserves, like wildlife reserves, not the provincial parks. Anyways, that's where I did my camping last fall. And this fall, or at least this time, I decided to, well, it wasn't so much decided, but there wasn't a lot of options available for me. Anyways, the short story here is that I reserved a campsite, like at an actual campground, but it's a campground that's also very, like an ecological reserve in the Laurentides. So it's not like a private campground, for profit campground. It's very nature, lots of nature. So I'm really happy, and there's hiking trails here that I'm hoping to do tomorrow at the Parc Eco Laurentides. It's called. I'm going to walk down to the lake to get a view for it. Here's the lake, just like my campsite is just right through there. Just walked through these woods and my car's back there. So I walked through around here, and then here's the lake. And there's some other campers that have some watercraft. You can't do anything motorized here. So it'll be canoes and kayaks. Here's some ducks out there. I see some ducks and I heard some ducks. Oh, it's just so wonderful to be out here. Look at how clear this water is. Ah, it's amazing. I love clear water. I didn't have to get my drinking water from here, which I would filter, by the way, but they have potable water stations, so I was able to do some of that, which makes it nice and easy. First thing I'm going to do is get a fire going, because at least half the reason I feel like I'm out here is to be able to sit around a fire and enjoy a fire, something that I can't do in the city. So I'm going to be making the fire. I'm going to be making the fire in that fire pit. I picked up some wood and I gotta chop it and get a fire going. Here's the beginnings of my my camp and my car. I always feel insanely proud of myself when I cut wood. I also feel rather incompetent. And I'm always like, I feel like I'm doing it the wrong way. Or, you know, like when you hit the rock with the axe and you miss the wood altogether. It's all part of the chopping wood experience for me. But I figure the more I do it, the better I will get. Already cracked open a beer. What a lovely way to spend a Saturday night. So I brought a hatchet, but I am completely inept at using a hatchet. I actually don't even know what a hatchet is supposed to do. Like, I get the axe, chops the wood like into halves or quarters, and then like I literally don't even know what I'm supposed to do with the hatchet, because when I try to use it, like I don't have enough leverage, like in the classic sense of the lever with the fulcrum, right? Like I'm not generating enough effort or work or whatever the physics term is to do anything to that piece of wood, the little piece of wood that I thought you used a hatchet to make kindling. I don't know what the hatchet's for. So anyways, but I've got a nice little pile here of my wood, so that'll be good. And I've got like a paper bag and newsprint and stuff. Yeah, let's get a fire going. So I learned to use the hatchet because the first attempt at the fire, in which I had not used a hatchet to create little bits of kindling, failed. Let's see, can you see that? There. And now you can see that I have a bunch of littler sticks here. I've used a hatchet in the past. I think like last fall I used a hatchet, but I kind of forgot how to do it. So yeah, you just have to be really close to the wood. But I would like still never take video of the process and show you because it still feels a bit sketch to me what I'm doing. like hold the little stick of wood, and like as soon as the hatchet makes contact with the end, you let go of the wood. It's kind of strange. Like I think I'm this is a better question here. Why do I always think that the way I'm doing something is wrong? That's, I think, more the question I need to examine here. Like instead of, is there a right way to use a hatchet? There probably is. Point is, I got like a lot of little tiny bits of kindling ready. So we're going to try this for a second time. And like I may not be the best fire lighter person, but I am very persistent when it comes to fire making. And I've had a pretty good record of fire making over the past month in my canoe camping, getting a rather roaring fire going with actually even wetter wood. So that was impressive. Anyways, I may not know exactly what I'm doing. I'm not injuring myself, so that's good. But I am persistent. So let's get this fire going. I think I'm successful, people. It's looking good. Second time's a charm. It's for real. I got it going. This thing is not going out. Yay! So I brought this hamburger soup that I made yesterday for supper. So I'm just going to heat it up on my stove. This is my fuel. I'm going to put it in here to heat it up. I'll show you what that looks like once it gets going, because I don't have a way to set this up. Let me see if I can set it up so you can see. Well, I have no idea how well this is going to work. I didn't actually think through the whole idea of, oh boy, here we go, of videoing things out here. I've been inspired by some YouTube channels that I watch lately. I've been inspired by them, and I thought, well, maybe I can make a video kind of similarly. We'll see. So I didn't think about like tripod or anything. So anyways, hopefully this works. Okay, so I'm gonna light the stove. Actually, before I light the stove, I'm gonna put the soup. Okay, now that will be ready to go on when we light it. I hope you can see this okay. Maybe I'll try to go from this side. So I turn on the gas just a wee bit. There we go. Got the flame. Can you see it there? Let me see. Yes, you can. Here's my gas canister. Okay, good. So now I'm going to put my pot of hamburger soup on here. And I'm going to heat it up. I love these little stoves. Like, this is the stove. That's how big the stove is. Little gas canister. I love all the compactness of backpacking stuff. I love backpacking. So I'm going to heat up my soup. In case it wasn't clear where the smoke was coming from behind the stove, it's coming from the fire. Yay, my successful fire. And so now I'm just stirring my soup. It's heating up. Oh, what a perfect supper for a fall night by a fire. Yum. Supper's ready. Yum. And fire's still going. Yay. And I just heard my first owl here. Very happy to be eating out here. And now I have some school reading to do, but that's fine. I have nothing else to do this evening. And I get to sit by the fire and just do this reading, several different articles, and then do some fiction memoir reading. So it's getting too chilly to be outside. It's not 0 or freezing or anything, but the fire isn't particularly roaring right now, and so it's a little chilly. So I'm in the car now. I'm showing you my setup for sleeping in the car, and yeah, my coziness factors, which is my twinkle lights. So I have just little lights there, battery operated ones. Some lights there. I have the overhead lighting on for now for making the video so that it's clearer to see, but I'll turn it off afterwards. I don't want to drain the battery, but I do have a battery charger with me. If for some reason I do, but whoops. But that's unlikely and I don't want to. So I'll show you my sleeping arrangement here. Okay, so that's the end of the mattress there. You can't even tell that's the trunk door. This is my sleeping bag, but I'm just going to sleep on it like open with a sheet on a I'll show you. It's a mattress. It's this kind of mattress. Just a folding mattress. It folds in 3 sections. We got it at Costco a while ago. I'll show you tomorrow also when the light is out what it looks like, but this is the setup. Good morning. I just got up. I think it's around almost 9 o'clock. I'm going to light another fire, make coffee, enjoy a quiet morning in the woods, and go for a little hike. That's my plan. We'll see. Nothing that I have to or don't have to do, so we're just going to let it evolve. And I have to wake up. So this is my sleeping situation in the back of the car. Underneath my sleeping bag, I've got a mattress. And my bag, and like it has room for what I need, which is just to sleep. And the head end there, it slants up a bit, and I usually bring like another kind of camp mattress to put under just the bottom section to elevate a little bit, but I forgot it. So it was a little bit more angled last night, like you can see, but it was still comfortable because my head is up at that end. So that's what it looks like to sleep in the car. It's very comfy. I want to show you one more thing that I bring along that aids me in this setup back here, and that is this little stool. It's just like an extra bathroom stool we have at home, but it's really great. I'll take off my sandals here because it helps me get into the back of the car. Step on that and then I can get into the back easier because it's a bit of a jump up otherwise. So that's a thing I bring along, and it's just added comfort, ease factor. Can you hear them? Geese. The smell out here this morning is amazing. It's why I need to come out here. Oh, it smells so good. Just coming back from a little, well, I won't say walk, but I don't know, it's not even hardly a walk. I was just visiting the lake, enjoying the geese, coming back to my campsite. I'm gonna make a fire and some coffee. Oh, I feel super out of shape doing this. My lower back. I can feel my lower back from chopping wood. I think I got it. When it was a bit smaller, when the flames were a bit smaller, I repositioned some of the little pieces of wood as it was burning, and I think we've got a going concern here. So once the fire is, I know it's well established, it's almost there. Add some bigger pieces. I'm going to make coffee. Making morning coffee is one of my, I want to say, deepest pleasures. It's one of those things I love about camping. Oops. Oopsie. It's actually something I love about life, period, but camping, yes. Using a different stove this morning. This stove is better just for boiling, which is all I need for water. The other one was better for simmering. I already put my water in here. See if I can, it's a bit of a trick. Oh, there we go. Always freaks me out a little. And then once that's red hot on top, put this on, there we go. This stove is meant to fit with this pot, this MSR pot, and there's other ones, different sizes. Same stove, but different size pots. This is just the individual. Now I'm going to grind my coffee. Make sure it's okay ground. Yes. This coffee grinder adjusts so that if you want to make different kinds of coffee, like I'm making it in my French press, so I need a kind of a chunkier grind. So I'll almost be done. And that's actually the amount of time it takes to boil water. I really do have to attend to that fire soon since it was going so well. Ah. Almost done. Oopsies. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, the sound of good things coming. Even love the sound of pouring water into the pot. There we go. Let that steep. I must attend to that fire now. This little titanium French press we have had for so many years now. Oh my goodness. It's one of my most beloved pieces of kitchen equipment. So many years. Wow, it's not pouring super well. There we go. Forgot a few things this trip, but I forgot my little cozy to keep this thing warm. That's the thing, it's just titanium, so it doesn't have any insulative properties whatsoever. There. Maybe that will keep the rest of the coffee in there warm. And let's go read. My fire is all burned out, all the wood's burned. I've had my coffee, had my biscuits for breakfast. Now I'm going to pack up my camp, which is just the car and just that stuff there. And I'm going to go for a hike. I'm packing up on this beautiful sunny October morning. I love all the color. Look at, the red and the orange, the blue sky. And then it's kind of reflected or mirrored here, even in my gear. Take me a couple minutes to pack this all up in here, and then we'll be off. I'm all packed up, and I'm going to drive over to the parking lot area. You can access the hiking trails from the spot where I'm camped, but checkout time is like at 1, and I won't be back here by that time. That's in a couple hours from now. I won't be back from my hike in that time, so I'm just going to move my car over to the hiking parking lot, say goodbye to my campsite. But I just wanted to say something that actually feels a little vulnerable to say. See if I can sit somewhere so I can rest my hand. I didn't expect to do this much video making. Let's try this. And so, yeah, I didn't bring any handy way to hold the phone. The thing that I want to say that feels vulnerable, which is funny because it seems like it's easier to share sometimes pain and struggle. Being out here in October, in the colors, in the peace, on my own schedule, it is such a happy thing for me. I don't know how else to say it. I feel at ease, and it's like there's where's the struggle? And I don't feel any struggle. I don't feel any angst. I don't feel any discomfort. So obviously you can't stay in places for a long time where you don't feel discomfort, because discomfort is what moves you to the new things. I just feel peace and happiness and awe and quiet and wonder, reverence, solitude. And there's like this thing in the back of my head that says, is this allowed? Am I allowed to feel this at ease? Am I allowed to experience all this without all kinds of angst? Some people are more angsty than other people. I'm one of those types that's more angsty. And so I have a lot of experiences where I'm going through inner stuff. Maybe a lot of people do, but I don't know. I can only speak about my own experience. I just feel relaxed and happy. And the weird part of that is the questioning if I'm allowed this. That's interesting for me to think about. Because of course I'm allowed this. This is exactly what I want for every person I love. I want my children and my husband, my parents, my friends, extended family, the world at large even, to experience joy and peace and joy and wonder at the things that stir that in them. So I'm allowed this. And I find it's so interesting that I question that for myself. Anyways, on to the hiking and just enjoying the colors and this feeling. So this place that I'm hiking, which is included, which is part of the park where I camped last night, has treehouse accommodations, tree houses in the woods. And it's like this kind of cool cabin experience, I guess, for people, where you have to but you have to carry your stuff out to the cabins. Like you can't park at them. Not cabins, tree houses. I guess I'm not going to see those tree houses. The path I took walked me past the access to them, but then of course they're off the path somewhere out in the woods for privacy, which is great. I'm off now onto my actual hiking path. Hearing the geese overhead. And there's other people out and about because it's a beautiful day. I really wish I could bottle up the smell for you. It's that smell of fallen leaves and rain. Rained yesterday. Oh, it's like one of the best smells in the world. Love it. Here I am. Deciduous hardwood, mixed hardwood. Yeah, I would say mixed hardwood. There's no evergreens in here. You guys, look at this. Oh, could it be any more wonderful? I hear voices from over there and I see a shelter structure. So I'm sure my path takes me around there. Maybe not, maybe I veer off. This is it. This is like, to me, this is the best of life right here. Look at all these mushrooms. Of course, we just had some rain. And then we've got them growing over here. Two different kinds here. Of course, I know nothing about these. Couldn't identify them to save my life. Just so beautiful. Do you know what that bird is? I'd like to identify it. If you know what it is, please comment. I'm gonna see if I can find it in my binoculars. So I have another life reflection to share. Not life reflection sounds serious and important. I guess it kind of is important. This period of my life, I've had more personal freedom, taken more personal freedom, and had more personal freedom to do things on my own. It's the first time in my adult life that I've had the time and the resources, the energy, that those things, time, resources, energy, aren't going into the family and into the collective, or into the partnership. I should say all the resources going into that, because there's still obviously a lot of resources going into those things. The collective, taking care of the young adults through their university years, and also investing in our partnership. But having this time by myself and just the space has been amazing. And I think that's part of the reason why I feel the peace and enjoy this so much, because it is just me and it's just my agenda and how long I want to hike, what I want to eat, when I want to stop and eat, my well-being. It's just me to think about. And that is a new thing for me in 25 years of marriage, 22.5 years of mothering. It's nice. It's very nice.
Just follow the road. The blood in your veins like a track for the trains. The heart always aims for the place where you belong. Just follow it home. Though it may not agree with the path that you seek, sometimes you just need to stop searching and stand up and go. Just follow the road.
So I'm at the end of my hike. I was out for like 3.5 hours and probably did over 8 kilometers, I think. There's people coming in. I'm at the main information center here. I have a picnic table. I'll try to get out of the sun. Anyways. So you can hear other people coming through and they probably wonder who I'm talking to. Anyways, I'm going to now make myself some food. It's kind of like lunch supper. I didn't really have any lunch. I took a bag of crackers with me hiking. And now I'm going to do the same thing I had for supper last night. Okay, now that those people are past, I can talk to myself again. Actually, I've eaten this soup now for like, when did I make it? Thursday? I feel like I've been eating it 3 days in a row. It's made so many meals for me. It's been good. It's so strange talking to yourself on video when people are coming by. Okay, so let's heat up get this stove going. This is something I just love about backpacking gear. It's just so portable and you can use it wherever. You can tailgate with it. You can be in just a picnic ground area like this. Get my stand set up. And now we're cooking. It's taken about 3 minutes, maybe, to heat up. Doesn't need to be like so hot that I can't eat it. That's done. It's 4 o'clock Sunday afternoon. I've had 24 hours in the woods. It's lovely here, and as I'm getting ready to go, some people are arriving and they're hauling their camp stuff in these carts that people can take to the tree houses that are here. So as I leave, there's people coming, you know, with their dogs and their kids, and going to be staying in tree houses in the woods for a bit, which is really lovely. I think that's just a lovely idea, and it would be fun to do something like that sometime. Definitely, I recommend this Parc Eco. Actually, I think I've been pronouncing it Eco, but it's Eco. Parc Eco, Laurentides. Nice hiking and places to stay, and just a lovely area in the Laurentides. Yeah, so now I'm going to head out and make my way back to the city. Hopefully I won't be stuck in too much end of the weekend traffic. That's always a bit rough heading back into Montreal, so I gotta keep my good vibes going for that. I always get a little at that point, but it's been wonderful. It's been really wonderful, and so yeah, it's been a perfect October weekend.
The blood in your veins like a track for the trains. The heart always aims for the place where you belong. Just follow it home. Though it may not agree with the path that you seek, sometimes you just need to stop searching and stand up and go. Just follow the road. Love exist unexpressed, with no way to show it to you in the flesh. If you follow the road till it leads you back home, you'll find that the answer is yes.